Okay. Hmm. 1 second here. All right. Yes, I know. Tell me if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I think there's going to be a little bit of a delay. And I think, let me just see here. You can hear me fine. Okay, perfect. Let me just see if I can fix something here really quickly. I'm wondering if I can actually change let me see. Okay. Um, all right. We'll figure this out. We'll deal with it and we'll deal with it as we go. This is all very, very new for me. Um, my regular streaming platform that I use, Zoom changed something that doesn't allow me to use it anymore. So I've had to completely reconfigure some things. So just bear with me. So I can just get this all figured out. Yeah. Okay. So I'm a little flustered right now. So let's just jump into it. Perfect sound. Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna that over. Um, okay, let's see. I think we're starting, yeah, we're starting with water signs. Starting with water signs today. But let's go over the astrology a little bit before we get into the actual readings, because we have Mercury going retrograde on the 17th. So until mid-August. I think it's August 11th or somewhere around there, just after the Lions Gate. Mercury will be retrograde. So, you can expect your typical communication glitches, breakdowns, delays, people from the past coming back in, all that kind of stuff. But it's happening in Leo. So, Mercury retrograde in Leo is wanting us to revisit something related to our own needs, desires to be seen, um, our own uh willingness to, like, sometimes it's about, like, are you performing, for your own validation, or are you really doing this because it's coming from your heart, right? It's not ego led, but more soul led. And so a lot of those things kind of come up. And this isn't just about, your ideas. Like, there might be something that you're needing to express that means you're going to be seen more, or seen in a different way, seen in your more authentic way. Because Leo definitely rules our own creative expression. Leo will rule, it'll rule singing and dancing and having fun and the inner child and the heart chakra. And it rules entrepreneurialism. So home-based businesses as well, things of that nature, investments, like those kinds of things are all Leo ruled. So anything in that nature might be calling you to look at something, revisit something, go back, review it, readjust, make some renegotiations, and then everything will start to move forward again in mid-August. Now, we also have Mars conjuncting the South Node in Virgo on, I believe, the 20th. And so when Mars conjuncts the South Node, this could be a time where you guys experience a lot of conflict, but it's would be over really allowing to finally resolve something, like remove something, because the South Node wants to remove things that no longer serve us, right? And because it's in Virgo, it's about our systems, it's about our routines, it's about anything that, we could have be OCD over, but it's all about the things that maybe are your day-to-day habits. And Mars is coming in there, conjuncting the South Node. So, how we are inspired, how we take action. Mars sometimes likes to cut things away, to remove things. And so, with the South Node, this is like a double energy, which is really making it come forward, and like something really needs to go maybe from your routine. Virgo also rules the body, your own health. So this could be coming up for some of you too, or something about your own health, or something that you're like, this isn't good for me. This isn't a good habit. I need to like completely revamp this. I need to let this go. It's time for something new, to really get kind of give yourself a chance. We also have the is it the new moon in Leo on the 24th? And this new moon in Leo, if I remember correctly, I've got so many different things in my mind right now, but the new moon in Leo is happening at around, yes, it's opposite Pluto. And so with it being opposite Pluto and in an out of sign square to Chiron, there is something that's coming up here where you really something about reclaiming your power back, right? When it comes to how you're seen, how you express yourself, how you are led through your own courage, your own heart, and really balancing out where maybe you've renegotiated some of your power away. This is where, if you need to be a little unconventional, reclaiming some of that power to allow yourself to express yourself. But this new moon in Leo is definitely going to be interesting because it's triggering the wounds in Chiron from Chiron in Aries. And so this idea of like who you maybe have formed your identity to be around, to maybe fit in. This might be your time to stand out. This might be your new moon to be like, you know what? It's time to really stand out, be a little different, be okay with being different, and like let the cards fall where they may. So this will be an impactful. Also, yesterday Saturn went retrograde. So Saturn retrograde, I don't know. To me, I don't think Saturn retrogrades are that bad because Saturn likes to move slow. So Saturn going retrograde is giving us an opportunity to look at something, take more time, revisit, redo it. I mean, Saturn likes to do it the right way the first time. So that's a little bit of like what Saturn doesn't like about retrogrades, but it wants you to get it right. And so if there's something that you need to revisit when it comes to perhaps grounding, manifesting, taking action on spiritual dreams, things that are becoming more of your identity, really expressing your own spiritual identity more in this world, letting your voice speak, being authentic, very authentic in nature. It's going to be related to Neptunian themes as well because of it moving back into Pisces and being right next to Neptune as it's getting retrograde. So Saturn is just really wanting you to do something right. So this is a time where, this will happen until the end of November. But because we're just in that kind of place where it's stationing retrograde, we can feel that Saturnian energy. So anyone who's like Capricorn or Aquarius, you guys probably feel it the most because you're traditionally ruled by Saturn. But if you've got any strong Saturn placements in your chart, then you could be feeling it as well. So, other than that, I think we should jump into the readings. I do want to say I have opened my books for readings for a very limited amount of time. I do this twice a year. So I do this at the beginning of the year or like end of the year, beginning of the year, and then midsummer. So this is the second time of the year where I open my books to do intuitive readings for you, where we can do cards, we can do intuition, we can do astrology, we can do all of it. So if there's anything that's going on in your life, I left the link in the old video. I don't have it in this new one. So the link will be in that video. I'll make sure it's here later. But if that's something that you're looking for, I've got that link on the YouTube old video link that is not live right now. Okay, all that being said, I think we need to jump into water signs. So let's do it. So water signs, you guys are next. I'm gonna see what is in store for my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces signs for the last half of July. I love it. I've had a few of you reach out to me about doing readings again because I've had a couple people reach out saying that the advice was very accurate and good and led to very, I think, easy flow, good opportunities coming your way. So this has been a challenging year astrologically. I was just talking about it with a couple people on the Alchemy call yesterday. The amount of changes that we're under with all these astrological alignments is unprecedented for us. And so it's bringing up a lot of change. And sometimes that amount of change, it almost makes you like, I don't even know what's going on anymore, right? It can make you feel very overwhelmed and like what's up, what's down, like everything gets kind of crazy. So let's look at for water signs, what is the main theme of their reading and what is the potential challenge? Hello, Mind Matters, Bonnie, Kitty, Elkeem, Stacy. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see. What is the main theme? Okay, and what is the potential challenge? I feel like that was one of your themes for last month, water signs. Okay, let's do this and this. Okay, so the main theme of your reading, water signs, is against nature. Okay. So, with the against nature card, this is kind of asking you, where are you going against nature? Where are you maybe pushing, where you need to let go, where you're maybe like over performing or pushing way too much when like there's signs to say, hey, maybe this isn't exactly the method you should be using or the direction you should be going. So willfulness to force or control. Yeah. So there might be something that you're trying to control. Water signs. This is like something where you just want to like kind of let go, let nature take its course, right? Because on some level, we know when we are going against nature. And this will bring up feelings of agitation, frustration, impatience. And when this card comes up, nature has its way of enveloping us in a wild narrative that we can collaborate in but not dictate. So, no matter our efforts to manage every aspect of our lives, the mess ensues. This is kind of like embracing the mess a little bit. You know, this is something we kind of talked about at the retreat, which, speaking of, if you want to come to the 3-day 180 retreat this September, tickets are down below. Well, they're actually not down below just yet because I have no links down there yet, but you know where to find it. This card heeds a warning not to fight the flow of Mother Nature or of destiny. Once you loosen the grip of what you think life should look like, a whole new realm of possibilities awakens. So there might be something kind of coming up. And here's what's really interesting. Your challenge is the gold card. Okay. So this card, gold, is actually, oh, sorry, we just Okay. This talks about illumination, splendor, and some kind of culmination. So, this is not ordinary gold. It's not found in your rings or your coins or your necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as the gold of the wise, the philosophic gold, the ethereal stone, or the divine quintessence. So, For your purposes, this is not about seeking the physical metal, but the mystic essence within each alchemist. And sometimes when we're trying to control something, we lose touch of that mystical element in our lives that is coming in, that divine orchestration that maybe seems like everything's going completely wrong, but in its own weird way, it is so right, but you can't see it until more things start to fall into place. And of course, in order for some things to come in, other things need to kind of fall apart or get moved out of the way. So the initial stages of this are very scary, right? The initial stages feel like everything's falling apart. I don't know what's going on, what's happening. The ground feels really shaky beneath me, like that kind of stuff. So when this card comes up, know that it is associated with the heart, and it means that something of incredible value is at hand. It's rare, so cherish it. Get to know its properties and its source. The gold carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken as purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess. So I get more of like this is about I feel like the challenge is can you just embrace and trust in your own intuition, your own heart to let things flow and know that there is something much more valuable coming in, even though at the moment things can feel a little in disarray. Okay. So let's go into the tarot and find out what is in store for you. Right. So I've got a bunch of things over here. I'm just going to make some space. All right. Okay. I'm feeling better, everyone. I'm feeling better. Okay. So let's take a look for my water signs. What we need to know about the past. What do we need to know about the past here? There she is. The devil. Okay, has come up. The emperor. And then the justice card in reverse. Okay, then we have the universe card, which is the world in reverse coming into the current energies. Wow, we have all major arcana. There's something big going on here for my water signs. This one wanted to come out. Oh, the Six of Wands. Sorry, it's really bright, and it's hard for me because there's a delay. I can't see what is being shown, so I'm going to maybe tilt them forward. But you have the Six of Wands and the heart of your spread, so we like that, water signs. And then you have the Divine Wisdom card coming in reverse, coming into the near future for my water signs. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. What else do we need to know about the near future? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And last thing, okay. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles upright. Overall energy is the Hangman, Ace of Pentacles down below in reverse. So there is some kind of delay that I'm getting for you, water signs, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your security, your safety. There is something new that is coming in, but with the Hangman sitting on top, this is telling me that, that one, it requires some kind of new perspective around it, but also like there's something that you're missing or you need to see, or there just could be like there is something about maybe divine timing coming in, or there's a reason for delay. I mean, we're going into Mercury retrograde now in a couple of days. So, I mean, whenever that's happening, you definitely don't want to rush anything. You want to take your time. So, looking at the past, we have the devil, the emperor, and the justice card in reverse. So, look, there was some definitely at minimum some difficult some difficult circumstances, maybe some difficult people that you are dealing with here. This devil can represent big fears, maybe some sort of situation that you felt stuck in, tied to. The devil can also bring in some kind of toxic element. So there was something here that definitely was kind of coming up for you. But with the Emperor and the Justice card in reverse, so the Emperor can mean, for some of you, this might be a boss, this might be an important authority male figure in your life. This could be you like needing to control, like as we talked about this going against nature. The emperor's maybe just trying to like hold on to control, doing what you know how to do best, and just trying to keep things afloat, especially if you've got some devil energy in the mix. This could be where you're just trying to like gain control over your dominion. But the emperor, it's in an upright position, so it's not in a reverse position. So, but however, we have the justice card here in reverse. So there either could be some kind of delay on some kind of ruling, some kind of legal judgment. There could be just a delay on some kind of choice or decision that would help you balance things out more likely in your life. With the justice card here in reverse too, this just could also mean that something just does not feel fair to you. Like you're like, what the hell? Like this is not fair to me. Um, so things, and again, if you're also trying to control things, and with the devil here, that could at least be presenting as the case right now. But looking into the near or the current energies, we have the universe in reverse, Six of Wands, and then the divine wisdom card in reverse. So with the universe and the world card in reverse here, I think it's the world card. You know what? Let me just double check, but because I haven't used this deck in a while, but I am almost positive that it is. I just want to make sure. Um, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So look, something is perhaps coming to a completion, right? A culmination. We just are just coming off the full moon in Capricorn. So I don't know if there's something lingering from that because that can kind of go on for the next week or so. But with the universe here in reverse, it's saying something is coming to completion, but it's not fully there yet. So again, there could be some kind of hiccups or some need to revisit something. Something needs to be redone. But you have the Six of Wands here. So I am seeing that whatever it is, you're going to end up being very successful. You're going to come out where people are appreciative of you, they're recognizing you for your hard work. You're going to feel really good about things. And with the Divine Wisdom card here in reverse, this is just letting you know like there's something about like intuitively you already knew this, or you were given messages or guidance around this situation coming out the way it did. And that's why I feel like there's this against flow nature. It's like understanding like the universe is in some kind of, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's in effect. Okay. It's there's something going on. There's something that has been pushed into effect and you can't stop it. There's no stopping whatever is already in flow, and trying to control it can sometimes also like, I don't know if it stagnates it, but it can just maybe slow down the energy or divert it a little bit, making forcing it to have to get back onto course. So this is why it's kind of better to like just let things happen, let them take their natural course. But I do get the sense that when you in this last half of July, when things really work out for you, you're going to be like, you know what? I knew this. I was, whether it was your guides, your sources, someone who's psychic intuitive around you, some, or maybe just a really good wisdom from a friend or some kind of coach or mentor. But it's going to be very, oh, you're going to be like, okay, this is the plan. Now I'm starting to see what has been put into motion and why it's been put into motion. Now, coming into the near future, you have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the King of Pentacles. So, look, this is bringing an end to some kind of difficult cycle that you've been on, where there's been a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges, things that have been likely exhausting you, creating a lot of fatigue in your life, things where you're just like almost like wanting to throw your hands up, like how much more of this is going to keep going on like that, like you're ready for change, and change is coming. Again, I want to remind you, water signs, that I'm seeing like some sort of new source of income coming in or new sense of security. Something's coming in here, whether it's an upgrade to what you already are making or just bringing in new forms of it. But with the Queen of Cups here in reverse, this is you. And I think you're just going to be a little bit sensitive, a little bit edgy, just because all this change is coming in. But here's the good news. You have the King of Pentacles coming in here to anchor everything down, which is saying this is taking you to another level in your own security, in your own financial stability. Maybe this is a job or career move. This could also be something to do with the home life family that is just getting more secure. But it feels like either you're going to be surrounded by someone who's going to ground you, bring in more security, help you anchor into a new, I don't know if it's a new job or a new project or just a new way of like earning money. But it's something that's like you're a little ungrounded from it. You're a little emotional. I'm not going to lie here, water signs. Like it's feeling a little kind of rocky, but it's all like going to be working out. And I think you've got the stability that you've been wanting, the stability that you've been looking for is going to be finally coming in. So all that being said, I'm going to bring my water over here. All right, let's take a look at the clarifiers. Oh, hello, Chris, Dennis. Good to see you over here. Okay, one more shuffle. And I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I know how to say 182. So I'll say 182. Good to see you. Um, okay, let's see. What do we need to know about the hangman? What do we need to know about the hangman? Huh. We have the death card coming out in reverse. Scorpio energy. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Devil in reverse. So there's your Devil coming out twice. Yeah, okay. So water signs, look, there's something that you're having a hard time letting go of, and that's actually what will set you free is if you can just let go of not needing to try to control something, hold on to it, fix it, force it in a certain way. Because what I am seeing is that once you do, it's like there's something here that with the Page of Pentacles here in reverse too, it's like something is not getting off to the right start. It's maybe a little bit bumpy. It's got a little like, it doesn't feel like the foundation's fully formed yet. And you might even feel like a little green in a sense of new or I don't know, like you're just entering into something for the very first time. But truly, it's just more, again, I feel like this is a perspective shift for a lot of you water signs on how you're viewing something. And I do think that your perspective is going to shift quite a lot once you kind of get through this part of July. So if you can just hang in there, no pun intended. Let's go look at the devil. What do we need to know about the devil? Okay, we have the the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Star card in reverse. Anything else about this devil that we need to know? There's your hangman again with the Three of Cups. So look, there is something here that's delaying some kind of celebration, some reason to be happy. Okay. But with the Star in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse on top of this devil, it feels like there was some kind of rash decision being made, and it's kind of for some of you like you don't know if this is what you want or what you don't want. It's impacting you in some way. But with the star here in reverse too, it feels a little bit like it's almost like your compass feels like it's spinning in circles, like it can't find its magnetic pole, like it's to actually find your north. So it's kind of feeling, I'm getting a lopsided feeling. So things about like your destiny, your future can just feel really lopsided right now. But again, I want to say it's interesting that these two cards have come up because I do feel like there's going to be a reason for you to be happy. It's just delayed right now. But there's something came up here, like this devil that I don't know if it was someone or situation that just, made things feel stuck, or maybe you felt stuck to something, or it's creating a situation that feels stuck. What's this emperor? Could also be bringing up a lot of fears for some of you water signs, like your fears could be heightened now. Maybe again around your sense of security. Let's see. What's this emperor? Okay, interesting. So we have the Justice card with the Six of Cups. Um, so I don't know, maybe you have children that you're just trying to like, do the right thing for. I don't know, some of you might be in some kind of child custody battle. That would just be maybe a few of you. But also like this isn't just about children. For some of you, it's more about like things that you're really nostalgic about, like could be like connected to childhood dreams of things that you've always wanted to do, but you've like, and you're only like now realizing, you know what, I really want to do that. And you might be trying to like take the reins on those dreams and those things and really kind of make decisions, set things in motion, get things in the right place for it all to happen. It's interesting that justice card is here, but over here it's in reverse. Let me see what this justice in reverse is all about. What's the justice? Okay, we have the seven of cups in reverse. Could feel like there hasn't been any other options for you. Like there's no other options in sight. Five of Swords coming up as well, which is could be spinning you into a little bit of self-sabotage mode, water signs. Sometimes the Five of Swords is like we end up sabotaging things or just um doing things that are not um in our best interest for what it is that we're really leaning towards. So, like we're human, everyone's human. We can have our moments, right? So, like water signs, listen, I know you like to be a little dramatic. I am a water sign myself, so I know. So, sometimes we just have to have our little drama. But it looks though more so like it feels like you're in a situation where you're maybe backed into a bit of a corner and you're trying to fight your way out of it. But I would, again, it's like, I don't feel like you need to fight your way out of anything. I feel like something's going to get resolved in its own manner and time. What's this universe? What's this universe in reverse? Oh, shoot. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, so when it comes to like this thing that you're really wanting to kind of complete, it's like related to like your happily ever after. It could have to do with like some kind of dream home or dream family experience or outcome, something that you're like maybe you gave up in the past is now kind of maybe coming back around with that universe card not in upright position. So this might be an opportunity again where like something around that could be coming up, which might be bringing in some success to some degree for you. So something that's going to brighten your mood, make you feel good about this situation. What's the Six of Wands? Okay, the moon in reverse. Yeah, see, something's getting revealed to you in the last half of July here that you are going to feel really good about. Um, Either you're going to be recognized, you're going to be appreciated for something. Um, okay, there you go. And there's the world card in reverse again. So a lot of similar cards are coming up here for you. So again, this is something that's like it is a culmination. There's something that's trying to come to a completion here for you, water signs, for you to like move on to the next chapter, the next book, even for some of you. Like this is really putting an ending to something. Now, when I say putting an ending to something, doesn't mean that the whole thing is ending. It's just maybe at that level. And now it's where you're ready for an upgrade. You're ready to go on to the next level, right? So that's what it feels like more so is like whatever is kind of falling apart or feeling like really unstable below your feet. It's like because it's meant to, it's not meant to support you anymore. There's some new support coming in, is what I'm hearing, and it's better support. So, what's this divine wisdom? Okay, we have the Page of Swords with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So, again, it's kind of like speaking to that part of you that was like, oh, but I need to know. And always like researching, always like looking like, oh, maybe if I look here, maybe I do here, maybe if I turn under this rock, turn over that rock, and you were hasty and you're going to realize that, in the end, the universe kind of had your back. Your guides had your back. You were going to be taken care of. And there's something around that that's going to get really revealed to you here at the end of July. So I think the end of July is going to show some kind of good signs here, bringing back in hope for you, water signs around whatever the situation is for you. Let's look at the future though, because we have the Ten of Wands. So we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, and we have the Fool card. So yeah, you're really getting ready to start something brand new. And it's because there's finally the end to something that's been challenging you and maybe is kind of in the way of the thing that you really want. So in a way, what might have felt like security to you, water signs, was really an obstacle to what you wanted, and it's time to remove it off your path. Of course, that might come with a sense of security because I'm seeing, like, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here, like there is some kind of like shaky ground here. But again, I feel like you just got to shift your perspective on things. So let me just see what's kind of going on here. Queen of Cups in reverse, water signs. What do we need to know about the Queen Cups? So we have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. All I'm going to say, water signs, is I think you're going to be a little bit, you're going to be a little emotional, is what it feels like. You're going to be a little bit emotional. Things are not going to feel as emotionally stable as you normally would. But I think it's because you're realizing that I have a feeling that you go inside and you're making up a story in your own head over something that is a little hasty. Maybe it's also about something stopping. With the lovers here, this could be about a choice that you've made in the past, or it could be about a relationship ending. And I just don't feel like I'm getting anything necessarily related to that. Like this almost has a bit of an internal narrative story that's kind of like screwing with your head a little bit. What's this King of Pentacles? But I don't like get there's anything to worry about with it, Like it's more of just because sometimes when our external world is a little in disarray, even though like it does feel like you're going to get some awareness of like things finally going in a better direction. The newness of it again can make you feel like, oh, okay, like I've got to relearn things all over again. It takes you out of your comfort zone. And sometimes when that happens, we're trying to control other aspects of our lives overly, which you don't necessarily need to do. So what's this King of Pentacles? Yeah, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. There we have the Queen of Cups upright. Okay. So it's like wherever you've been lacking confidence, water signs, it's all going to kind of come back around. You're going to feel more like yourself. I think this is just a blip on the radar. I don't feel like this is going to be something that takes up a lot of time. I think this is going to be a very quick thing that you move through. And then it's going to be like really grounded stability. I think you're going to find a place where, the thing that you may have lacked confidence in actually manifesting is finally like coming through. And also realizing like this Queen of Cups here, it's like, man, I really should just listen to my intuition because everything, like intuitively, like you were getting the signs, like in some way, form, or fashion. Water signs, you were getting the signs that everything's going to work out, is going to be fine. And again, I feel like this is pertaining more to sense of security, finances, job. For some of you, it can be health. But it's going to all work out in a good direction. But there's something about this end of July that something's going to get revealed and you're like, oh, okay. And it's going to make you feel really good about like something that's been really up in the air right now. So, water signs, that's my reading for you. Okay. Let me know if that resonated with any of you. Okay. Get some water. Let me just send a message because I'm boiling up here. Um, okay. Air signs, you guys are next. So, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You guys are next. We're going to find out what's in store for you for the last half of July. And don't forget, if you are looking to get a reading, I have opened my books for this week only. Not meaning you have to get in this week, but you just want to get your booking in. So I'm just going to open it up for a short period of time. So if you are wanting to get a reading with me, um, now is the time to do it. That link is in the other video. It will be under this video when I'm finished. Oops. One more cut. You're welcome, Alkeem. Or Hannah, you're welcome. That girl, hi. All right, air signs. Let's find out what's in store for you for the first half of July. Well, let's look at what is the main theme of your reading and what could be the potential challenge. All right. What is the main theme for air signs reading? Okay. And what is the potential challenge? Oh, okay. So the main theme of your reading is Earth's heart. So this is about really going to the core, um, going to the core of where, oh yeah, here we go. Like if you're looking for an answer, and this is interesting too, because I'm looking at your challenge. Uh, when you need to really understand something or get answers, you always want to connect to the core essence of the earth, like going within, which is ultimately like the your own heart in a way. Um, let's see here. Depth, pulse, buried treasure. So, okay, it is related to the archetypal image of the cave and the fourth chakra, which is the heart. This card appears when there is something blossoming deep within that requires our attention, our tending to. It could be a new love, a way of serving others, or an offering to the planet and its resources. In alchemical texts, this card roughly translates to the earth is the true heart. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing her gifts. This is proof of Earth's longing to provide, to teach. You've already felt the pulse of the earth's heart. Now it's time to listen and be a student of her wisdom. So there might be something you need to really, like maybe go out in nature, or really listen to the beat and pulse of the frequency outside to really get some kind of answer or discovery. There might be something within you that's trying to come to the surface, like some kind of gift. But here's the interesting thing, your challenge is the golden rose. And the golden rose, if I'm not mistaken, speaks to this idea of like you. I believe this is something about like the mystery and being able to just like not need to see every little thing. Um, see, yeah, the secret, the altar, the gem. Yeah, okay. So the rose has long been used as a symbolic image for summation in alchemy. So the outer petals represent the first seven planets and operations, while the inner petals protect the revelations from unwelcome eyes. But what exactly resides at the center of the golden rose? It's a secret. It's meant to be kept as such. Hmm. The rose spirals both inward and outward simultaneously, offers beauty to the onlooker while concealing its inner chambers. This is the complex nature of the golden rose. It challenges you to reorient your thinking and to devote your work to honoring the secret rather than attempting to become the master of it. You know, sometimes when you're feeling called to do something that maybe speaks a little bit more to your abilities that are operating in the unseen realm, so to speak, um, or you're manifesting something where obviously it hasn't come through yet, there are certain things we're not meant to know. And it's for our own good that we don't know them. Because if we do, sometimes we would change the outcome. So, how do you move forward in a little bit of mystery, not truly understanding where you're fully going? But if you need to just get grounded and understand that you're being led in the right way or that you're taking the right steps, might be helpful to connect to the earth, to connect to Mother Nature, to even just allow yourself to go deep into your own wisdom, to understand where your own security lies. Because there is something here where it feels like maybe you not knowing is better for the outcome. So let's kind of see what's going on here. What do we need to know about the past? Okay, we have the Judgment card coming up in reverse. We have the Three of Swords. Ooh, and we have the Ten of Swords. Oh, okay. I am going to say I did get this message even before I started pulling these cards, but I didn't really want to say it because I only think this might be for a couple of you. But it also feels like, again, this is only a couple of you. So if there's no, like, if nothing about this really resonates with you, just like let it go, forget I even said it. Okay. But I am getting a hint of a secret being kept. And if you want to know the answers to that secret, meaning the secret doesn't benefit you not knowing. So this is kind of a reversal of what I said before, but it's because of what I'm starting to see in the cards here now too, is that it feels like you are maybe in a painful situation. Something has been kept from you, but it does feel like the answers are going to come forward, not by force, but by somehow going inward, like something gets revealed to you. Let me see what's kind of coming up here. And again, that's only for a couple of you. Don't take that on, most of you. Hey, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse, air signs, and then we have the Temperance card upright. There you are, King of Swords in reverse, though. What else do we need to know about the future for my air signs? Okay, we have the Universe in reverse, and we also have the Hermit in reverse. Huh. Okay. Overall energy, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Uh, how do I say this? Because I'm getting more and more. I have to deliver this message and it's hard. Um, so you're kind of in a bit of a holding zone here, air signs. And again, I don't feel like this is gonna land for a lot of you. I feel like this is becoming one of those more specific readings, so I apologize, but sometimes this happens and I have to get the message out. It's for someone or a couple of people specifically, and it's important that they get it. Um, there's something you're kind of waiting on. You're in a holding pattern, and it does look like there's been the ending with the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse. Something's at the minimum been turned upside down. Something there's been a long-term commitment. This might have been some kind of financial thing. It doesn't have to be, but could have been something that you invested a lot of your time, your resources into. It could have just also, like I said, been some kind of long-term commitment. And now it's like, what do you do with this? Because in the past, I'm seeing the Judgment card in reverse, the Three of Swords, and then the Ten of Swords. This is a lot of pain. Like, there's no way around it. It feels like you've maybe been taken off your path, or it feels like someone made a really bad judgment call, whether that was you or someone you're involved with, around, next, near to. Um, and this would be something that definitely caused pain. The Three of Swords, like there's no way around it. Like this is just, it's a difficult card. So like there's some kind of gut wrenching pain here. Something that would definitely, because it's followed by the Ten of Swords, it feels like this is like a reoccurring thing, like something that you find yourself battling again and again and again. Like this isn't the first time it's happened. So I feel though that you don't have all of the information that you need to fully move forward and move on from this and to potentially also heal. Um, I think that's coming though, air signs. So with the Queen of Wands here in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, and then the Temperance card. So this like last half of July feels like I don't know, your confidence might be shaken. You might feel a little, for some of you, a little angry. Um, there might be a woman in your life who is like the charmer, but like behind like the mask, not so much. So like in front of your face puts on like this like really sweet, kind, maybe, or just very friendly, demure, like demeanor, but in like really truly like behind it all, it's not true, like it's not authentic. And so with the Three of Wands here in reverse, it's like something's not something's not sticking, something's not adding up, is what I'm really getting from this Three of Wands. Like things should be kind of coming together now, but they're not. And it's just have patience because it does feel like you're going to get the answers that you need. They are going to come. For some of you, it might mean that you really do need to like go into meditation. You're going to be shown something maybe in your meditation or in a dream. Or you know, like something just it's going to like naturally just reveal itself. And it's going to restore balance. The energies here in the near future, we have the King of Swords in reverse, the Universe, and then the Hermit all in reverse. So look, you may have thought you had a plan, air signs, but whatever that plan is, it's going to get thrown out the window because something is kind of going to be made known to you now. What feels like it was kind of maybe hidden from you, a secret. And I really feel like this is more towards someone who needs to know the secret versus it's better if you don't know. I mean, again, ignorance is bliss. We've all heard that, but there's something tied to it that allows you to truly move forward and move on and cut ties with whatever's been causing you pain or kind of holding you in like this holding pattern that I feel is there. And I feel like part of it has to do with how much time or money or resources you spent in something. But with this, the universe here and then the hermit here in reverse, I'm feeling like you're gonna like move forward. The closure is coming. So let's kind of like pull some cards and find out what we need to know about the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, we have the Strength card in reverse. So you've been having to definitely lean more into your internal resources, maybe needing courage. Yeah, with the Seven of Cups in reverse and then the Two of Swords in reverse, it's like you're moving forward, but you don't feel like you have any options. Like it's like you're like, this is the only way forward for me, but I don't really like it, you know? And like but even though like there's this moving forward or like you know what you need to do, it's also like there's still a bit of a holding pattern. So what's this judgment? Okay. We have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords. So it does feel like this involves someone that you cared about a lot, and may have this person did something very immature, um, something that is ultimately becoming a learning lesson, but it certainly shook some of the foundation. It feels like you were dealing with someone who maybe approached something in a very immature way. Because it's the pentacles, it could be something that is more tied to like, I don't know, vanity or money, luxury, going for like the better thing. What's this Three of Swords? What's this Three of Swords? Ugh, yeah, the Two of Cups. That's why I said like I was getting like really not good vibes for this reading. So I really apologize. But this is definitely for someone out there. This could be like a breakup or something that really caused some very deep separation between two people. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But there's pain. There's pain here. It feels like someone broke a vow or a contract or went back on a promise. Um, what else do we need to know about this Three of Swords? I don't know. I'm gonna be really honest. I'm getting cheating vibes of some, yeah, okay, Three of Cups. As I say that, like could be like a third party involved here. This could also be something that is like it could have involved a friend. It could involve like it could have been maybe it happened like at an event where it should have been happy and now it's not. But whatever this is, like it's causing a lot of pain and a lot of sadness. Um, a Ten of Swords. And again, when I say cheating, it doesn't have to necessarily be like intimate cheating. Like it could be like someone just went behind your back, like betrayed you in some way. Or maybe you did, air signs. I don't know. But again, like the Ten of Swords look is on the King of Cups in reverse. So again, like I really do feel like this involves someone you deeply care about. Um, and then we have the Nine of Cups. So this could have been like someone you thought was your person, or someone that you thought was going to be in your life for a long time, was a solid like connection, whether they're helping you out in business, friendship, whatever it might be. But with the King of Cups here in reverse, this is also telling me that the person might have been emotionally unavailable, or this could just be you now are very emotionally unavailable as a result of being hurt. Um, because like it just feels like everything that you wanted is now like covered in pain, covered in like I'm gonna use words that are a little bit dramatic, but I do feel like it might be this case, like almost like destroyed. Like a dream has been destroyed, been ruined. What's the Queen of Wands here in reverse? So we have the Ace of Swords here in reverse. Okay, and this is what I think is happening. This is what I've been picking up the whole reading. Um, it feels like there's going to be a truth revealed that is long overdue, possibly around someone who, again, this Queen of Wands in reverse could be someone. It could have been for you. This could be just be like something that really shook your own confidence, or it could be an actual person in your life who, is just like again like they're one way in front of your face but like behind your back like they're really not that way at all, so they like put on the charm in front of you. But I just like something's gonna get like a new reality is gonna be formed here, truth is gonna be revealed. um what else do we need to know about this? The Chariot. Okay. And this is going to help you move forward. Okay. So, where there's been a holding pattern, finally, there's going to be some momentum, there's going to be some movement. You're going to get a better understanding of how this all goes. So, what's this Three of Wands in reverse? Yeah. The Lover's card. So something is just not coming together, either with an important connection or someone you care about. For some of you, this is about a decision. This could be also like, okay, then we have the Magician card here. So it could also be that there's something that's just really not manifesting in a sense of like it's not coming together, and you're like, all right, I have to make a decision here, and I have to use everything I've got to like move myself forward. So it's going to be one of those things where you almost have to really pull yourself up by the bootstraps and use every tool in your toolbox, every like resource around you that can help you move beyond this, because like with Temperance here, it's going to be a little slow moving, but it's better. Yeah, okay. So we have the Empress, the Six of Cups in reverse on the Page of Swords. So this is more about like reclaiming your own value, really kind of letting go of someone from the past or someone who's maybe hurt you. So maybe this could be connected to like an old like childhood friend. For some of you, this could be also someone who involves children, but it's time to like what I'm seeing here is like you're starting to like research things. You're starting to look into things. You're starting to like gain more information, setting yourself up for success in a way of like however way you can come out on top of this so that you're not the one having to like pick up all the pieces and left like completely, I don't know, like you're like, I'm going to make sure that I walk out of this with my head held high and I'm going to come out of this like a much better person. And also it's also about like really tapping into your own worth of what you deserve. So I'm seeing like that there's going to be of some healing here around this, and you're somehow like it's involving you like doing research, looking into things, accumulating more information, getting all your ducks in a row. Like you're just in a very like searching, seeking information kind of energy. What's this King of Swords in reverse? Yeah, okay, we have the Devil in reverse. This is what I'm saying. Like, whatever plan or strategy you thought you had, or how you thought things were gonna work out, you gotta let it go. It was gonna like keep you stuck in a bad place. Yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles coming in too. So, I will say, like, this might be a time where you definitely don't want to necessarily throw yourself into work and just try to avoid all of the emotions. Like this is definitely something you want to like pay attention to. You want to heal. You want to like not try to bypass it through like getting yourself busy. But again, I want to say that like also know that whatever, if the plans aren't going to plan, like it's okay. It actually sets you free. What's the universe in reverse? Okay, we have the moon and we have the star. So, what feels like your world is turned upside down now, know that it's a little confusing right now. It feels like a dark night of the soul, but ultimately this is getting you to where you want to be. Like this is getting you closer to your destiny. This is getting you to what you actually deeply want and desire with the star card here. And so what's happening is like there's this ending that's kind of coming through to kind of get that removed so you can like actually get closer to what it is that you want. What's this Hermit in reverse? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Death card and you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So both in reverse on the Hermit. I think air signs, this is like a time where like you definitely don't want to like isolate yourself. I don't think you want to isolate yourself, but you also don't want to just like you need to move forward, but not in a way that's unhealthy. Like take your time. Definitely, it's going to require a little bit of patience, but there's something about like you don't want to get stuck in, you just don't want to get stuck in the past where things aren't moving forward because that's like holding you back from the thing that you need to move forward. So don't dwell is what I want to say. Like you don't want to dwell on things too much. Like if you're really looking for like why though, why did this happen? Like it's not the place you want to be. Like, if anything, that's what I'm getting. Like, you just tap into understanding that whatever is going on here, this is serving your higher good and that it's setting you up for something that you really, really want because this was definitely not that. And so it's getting removed. So it's a little bit of a painful one, air signs. I'm sorry. I don't know if that resonated with anyone at all. Maybe you know someone who's an air sign that they could maybe benefit from that one, but that was a really more specific type reading. I don't usually get messages like that coming through, but I kind of felt it. I kind of felt it as I started pulling the tarot. So, all right. Hey Jenny, good to see you. Um, all right. We're on to fire signs. Fire signs. You guys are next. Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out what's in store for my fire signs. Again, if you're just new to the party and you're wanting a reading with me, this is the week to get it. You don't have to have the reading this week, but you definitely need to book it in this week. Link for that is in the other video. Or if you're watching this later on, it's probably in the notes below. Okay, let me do this one. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Yes, you made it for fire signs. Good timing. All right, what's in store for my fire signs for the last half of July? Oops. Ooh, we have a little 10 of cups that just flew out. So maybe we got some good energy coming in for my fire signs. All right. What do we need to know? What is the main theme? This is the worst shuffle ever. What is the main theme for my fire signs and what is the potential challenge? Let's find out. Thanks, Michelle. Ooh. All right. The main theme of your reading is the peacock's tail. And what is the potential challenge? You have two. Oof. Oh, oh gosh, of all ones to come out. This is a challenge. We have Chiron and Pluto as your challenge. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do this. All right. So with the peacock's tail coming up as your main theme of your reading, this is telling me that you are kind of really needing to have more eyes, like see things from a lot of different perspectives, right? The peacock's tail is definitely about diversity, being able to diversify yourself, diversify your options. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, the full vision, the spectrum, the inclusivity. Because when we think about the peacock's tail, it's got like 1,000 eyes, right, on all the tails. So it's like can see things you haven't. So there's something about like really opening up your vision, fire signs, being able to see something that you haven't seen before. Um, this display of tail feathers opens to mark the alchemist having shifted from single to multi perspective. So you are entering a time period here, fire signs, where you are not just seeing things in one way. You are seeing things in very, very multidimensional ways, which is also going to give you a very good vantage point when you're trying to navigate something. So it's a great achievement that has opened 1,000 sets of eyes instead of one. You've discarded your black and white thinking and allow the full spectrum of color. So this could be about you discarding black and white thinking so that you can see more of the opportunity and more solutions that could come into your field. Sometimes when we have that black and white thinking and that very narrow vision, we can't see much else, right? You're only able to see within a few degrees versus like the whole spectrum. So the force field of possibilities has opened, and the alchemist has entered a new paradigm belonging to the multiplicity, dimensionality, and inclusion. Utilize this perspective for positive change while it lasts. When you fall back into black and white thinking, as we all do, envision the splendor of the peacock's tail because each feather contains a shimmering universe of possibility. Now, because you have Pluto and Chiron in your challenge, this could be the sense of needing to go through a death and rebirth. Maybe there's something here you need to let go of. This could be the ending of something and also the beginning of something new that is very different than what you're used to. But with the Chiron here too, there is some kind of wound. There's maybe some kind of wound of like when I think about like Chiron and Pluto together, like wound of your own power, maybe wound of trusting yourself to see what others cannot, because Pluto really is that darker, no, I shouldn't say darker, but that mysterious vision, right? The vision of the seer, right? And so maybe this is how you maybe block your own ability to see things. But there is something that's coming up here that's also related to your power. So let's kind of see where this is taking us. All right, shall we? Fire signs, let's see. All right, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse coming up in your past, followed by the Page of Wands. Ooh, and then we have the Three of Cups. Okay. Coming into the near future. Too many. Let's go. Or not the near future, the current energies. We have the Sun coming up. We have the Eight of Wands. Ooh, fire signs. Ooh, and we have the Seven of Cups. I actually really like the Seven of Cups considering the peacock tail is your main theme. What is coming into the near future? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles upright. And then the Two of Swords. Okay, overall energy, yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. Look, again, this is exactly what I was feeling when I first read the cards. It feels like you maybe are blocking your own ability to see more things that are available to you. So there's something about you maybe not trusting your own intuitive power, maybe you not entrusting your own insights, maybe not even trusting your own ability to die and rebirth yourself, right? Like to go through the transformations, because there is something that's coming up here with the Queen of Cups in reverse is like blocked intuition or lowered intuition. And then the Five of Cups here in reverse too is saying, hey, like stop looking at things from the the negative. Like there's positive things here too. And again, this is all about opening up your perspective, how you're seeing things. There's opportunities coming your way for sure, fire signs. So you definitely want to have your eyes peeled, and I mean all thousand eyes of them, because in your past you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Wands, and then Three Cups. So for some of you, there might be some kind of change or ending or leveling up when it comes to your job, your resources, your money, your sense of security, maybe even family for some of you. But it does look like whatever's going on, though, you've gotten good news, because the Page of Wands brings in good news. It excites you, that brings in optimism. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is a reason to be happy. It's light, it's fun, it's airy energy. It's like you and your friends like having a good time, right? So there's definitely this energy of oh, 1 second here. Sorry. Need to pull in my leg here of like, I don't know, some happy times or just like having fun, like having a good time. So in your current energies coming in for this last half of July, we have the Sun, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. This is really good energy, fire signs. I mean, the Sun is saying like optimism, right? Like things are working out in your favor. There's a big yes coming your way somehow. And then the Eight of Wands, like it's gonna come in fast. Like there's gonna be fast communication, fast clarity, and I think you're gonna have multiple options here, fire signs. You're gonna have multiple things coming your way, multiple opportunities. So the only problem you're gonna have is like if you need to choose. Or can you take them all? I don't know. And then looking into the near future, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So look, The Ten of Wands in reverse is nice because it's saying like whatever has been like draining your energy, whatever has just been like causing you grief, causing you a lot of headaches for a very, very long time, making things feel like they're way more work than they need to be. That is like all coming to an end. Like you're kind of really putting that era behind you. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles coming up. So there's something about you gaining more independence, something about you doing something on your own or feeling really good about something that you're achieving that's more like on you and not necessarily other people. You're going to feel good about something like some kind of personal success. Maybe it's career success. But then we have the Two of Swords. And so there is something that's kind of coming up where you're like, ooh, I'm at a bit of a fork in the road. Which way do I go? I need to look. And again, you're going to need that multidimensional vision again. So let's see where this is all kind of going. So, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. What is this all about? Is the overall energy? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, but the Ace of Pentacles upright. Again, so we're looking at new beginnings here, possibly new dreams, dreams that maybe feel like they haven't had enough attention or enough of your own energy. Um, but again, like dreams may be connected to how you're going to make money, how you're going to work. For some of you, this could be like dreams of like new health. Um, but again, I want to say I am seeing new opportunities. Actually, these could be two totally different things. Because I with the Seven of Cups here, I really do feel like you're gonna have options. So one could come in with a little bit of like one's coming in a little more solidly, like that could be more tied to again, like resources, money, security, that kind of thing. But the other one could be more connected to love or could be connected to what your heart desires, like what fills you up, maybe a dream of some sort that you want to fulfill. And that one's going to come in a little bit more slowly, more hesitantly, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to come through. It's just coming in at a little bit of a slower pace, it feels like. But one's coming in with a little more solid energy. So, again, I want to say, though, it's almost like you doubt your own intuition, you doubt your ability to change your surroundings, to change your circumstances. When I'm getting the sense that you're very powerful, fire signs, you are very powerful. You just give your power away because, I don't know, maybe there's just been a theme in your life where maybe people have made you doubt it in your past. Um, whether it's your own, you've been having to doubt your own intuition, doubt your own ability for transformation, doubt your own power, like whatever it might be. But what's this? Let me see what this 10 of Pentacles in reverse is. All right. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords and the King of Cups. Hmm. So the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse, it feels like this could be the ending of something, but it also feels like it's one of those things. It's interesting because the Pentacles have been coming up for a lot of people here in the readings. It feels, excuse me, um, it's weird. It's like it has this energy of feeling like there's conflict, but also in the best way. So, however way there's conflict, it's actually allowing for things or helping things move in a much more elevated direction, a brand new level. And this could be tied to someone you care about deeply. This could be tied to someone who's maybe in a leadership position who's more like a water sign kind of thing. It also could be that maybe you maybe have been given advice from someone who's more psychic or tuned in than you, and but you're also like battling that, like you're not trusting it. But it looks like you got good news here with the Page of Wands. So what's this page of wands? Like something happened to maybe give you some kind of clarity or optimism. Okay, so we have the two pentacles. So we have like two things coming up here, a choice maybe to make, something about finding maybe more balance for some of you. So something came in here, could have been. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this could be a boss or someone in some kind of management position higher than you. Um, it also could be this could be a dad that's been like kind of MIA, like that father energy, like maybe kind of coming back. Maybe you got some good news from your dad and you're like, I don't know, do I listen to my dad? Do I not listen to my dad? Or like maybe you've got an option that you really want to follow, but then your dad like comes in and it's like says, and again, it feels like the dad kind of comes out of nowhere, like they're not usually around or they're not like everly like overly present in your life. Um, if it is a dad, it doesn't have to be. But again, like the King of Pentacles, I want to say is someone who you can't always depend on, right? It's not someone who you can trust. Like they definitely are not reliable. Doesn't mean they're never reliable, but they're definitely not always reliable. But I don't know, you get some kind of good news though, where you have to make a choice. Maybe it's a choice between dealing with a person like this and not having to anymore. I don't know. What's the Three of Cups? Because there is something here about gaining more power. What's the Three of Cups? All right, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So something was let go. Like no need to hold on, no need to hold back. Like really letting things move. Yeah, okay. And then we have also the Four of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So it's like there's also this idea of like, you know what? I don't want to be in this place anymore. There's something where like, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to do something different. I'm ready to like change things up. I'm ready to kind of find my happiness. And you're also there's a willingness like maybe I need to start over. Maybe I need to do something new. Maybe I need to like relearn something. Maybe go back to school for something for some of you. Not necessarily, but maybe it's just even like take a course like to upgrade something. I don't know. But whatever it is, it makes you happy. It gives you excitement and you want to kind of celebrate it with other people. So coming into the current energies, we have the sun for this last half of July. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, like you're gonna get some really good news in July, at the end of July here, fire signs. Something where you felt like your hands were tied, there was no other option, you couldn't see the way out, and something's gonna like turn around, like in your favor. So what's this Eight of Wands? And it would have been something too that you maybe been stressing over, um, overthinking. Okay, we have the Judgment card in reverse. What else do we have on this Eight of Wands? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So you're going to find out real quick. Something's moving really fast. Some of you might be traveling, but this is really about again, something's going to be very much revealed to you in this last half of July. And honestly, it might be about a decision that was made in the past that someone made a really bad call on. Someone like, you shouldn't have done that. But like, and you may also have some choice words for them with that Queen of Swords in reverse. Or you're just like, yeah, now I know what to do. Now everything's like crystal clear. I know what I need to like remove from my life. Um, But I want to say it's all very positive. Like, however, this is coming up, it's really positive and it's going to move very fast. And it's creating options for you. So, what's the Seven of Cups? Yeah, the Magician. Shit, fire signs, you are like manifesting a lot at the end of July here. The Knight of Swords in reverse. I actually feel this Knight of Swords in reverse is like you actually won't even see some of the stuff coming. It's gonna like almost like come out of nowhere, like suddenly, so fast. There's a lot of fast energy here, fire signs. So I don't know. Your something's gonna be made very clear to you. Something's gonna get revealed. Something you're like, yeah, you know what? That is not part of my path, or like I know that's not the way for me, or someone really screwed up, and you're like, you know what? That's your problem now. I'm moving forward with this. You're leaving something behind in some way, but you're also like manifesting a lot of options. So you're going to have opportunities, multiple. I don't think there's just one. I think you're going to have more than one opportunity here, fire signs. It's going to and you are like making it happen, and it's happening really fast. Like some of these, you're going to be like, whoa, that took me by surprise. So what's this 10 of Wands in reverse? Yeah, the death card. So it is the end. So I love it because we have Pluto. Here's the death card, the end of the burdens, the end of the things being heavy and hard and time consuming and just like literally driving you into the ground are kind of coming to an end. Here's the tower in reverse. I don't know. It's funny because I feel like you're avoiding some kind of disaster by doing this. Like you're like there is some kind of disaster going down around you, but you're avoiding it. What's this Nine of Pentacles? Because you're here now on your own and you're successful. You're happy. You're like, look at me. Look what I'm doing. What's this Nine of Pentacles? Okay. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Swords. So like this is something that maybe you are like you've had to research in the past a little bit. You've kind of studied up on it. You've been like thinking about it. You've been learning more about it, sussing it out, looking into it. And it just kind of feels like I don't know, there's something about you breaking free, fire signs, like something that like and it feels like this is related to something that is tied to something you've done previously, but it's like it's allowing it to be fully yours now. Like there's something about that that's coming forward. So what's this Two of Swords? The World in reverse. Ooh, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so look, beware. This is my one warning for you, fire signs. Whatever you're avoiding, whatever you're getting out of, there's a mess around you that you're kind of like stepping out of. There, that whatever that mess is, if it involves one person, multiple people, I don't know, but it's going to reapproach you and you're already going to be making headway in a different direction. And there might be this kind of part that like pulls on you to go back. And I would say that it is part of either like a people pleasing thing or it's just because it's what you've always known. This is it feels like you're trying to needing to branch out. When I look at that peacock's tail, it's like it's time to like really spread your tail feathers. It's really time to shine. It's time to like really see what you're made of. Allow yourself to maybe be a bit more creative, to shine in different ways. And so just be mindful that I think that they're going to definitely come back. There might be some kind of apology. Maybe you're owed an apology. Take the apology with grace and continue moving forward if that's the case. Um, but I'm just saying, like, seeing like there's something here that kind of stops you and makes you like think, what do I do? So I want to say that. What's this card? Oh, okay. Then we also have the King of Swords in reverse. I'm assuming it's for um these cards here. Yeah, someone had a plan and it really went to shit. It was not a good plan. It was a manipulative plan. It was done in like back dealings behind the scenes kind of energy, like That's what I'm kind of getting with that King of Swords in reverse. So I think if you're getting a clean break here, fire signs, keep moving on, like keep moving forward because it looks like you've got some multiple opportunities coming your way. So I like it. So fire signs, good reading. Yay. Let me know if it resonated with any of you out there. Oh, hey, Kathy. Okay. All right. On to the last. Last but not least, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, if you're just jumping on now, or you only listen to one sign only, know that my books have opened up for readings for this week. They will be open until the end of the week for you to book something in if you'd like. It is my biannual reopening doing intuitive readings, but I don't really do that anymore. But it's the summer and I did it last summer, so let's keep up with that. Link for that will be below this video at some point. If you are wanting to look for it now, it's on the other video that was supposed to be the live, as Zoom has definitely screwed something up with their settings that made me have to jump on here a little late. So, all right, Earth signs. Let's find out what's in store for you for the last half of July. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going on? Do one more cut. All right. Let's find out what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? What is the main theme and what is the potential challenge? You're welcome, Bonnie. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Drop me some comments to spread some love if you're watching the video later. All right. Main theme of your reading is tin and the potential challenge. Whew, the Raven's Head. Okay. So, Earth signs, the tin card, it has a lot of Jupiterian energy. So it can really, it's very expansive, but it can't take on too much. You can expand, but if you try to like hold too much, take on too much, then you kind of collapse. So this is definitely about being able to expand. I'm wondering if you're really kind of diving deep into your own wisdom here. Let me see here. So its tin is malleable, expansive, and Jupiter. So again, it's highly malleable metal. So you're very adaptable. You can move, like do anything that you need to do, transform, be it like very like shapeshifter almost, right? But it can be broken or crushed under even just moderate pressure. So on one hand, it is tin's Jupiterian nature to expand, to mobilize, to cover the whole territory. On the other hand, the metal cannot withstand much weight or pressure. So when this card appears, you may have reached a limit or a breaking point after taking on more than is logistically possible under the circumstances. So don't take it personally, just more strength is required before taking next steps. So this is interesting because you have the Raven's Head coming up as your challenge. And I'm wondering if some of you are really going deep into your healing process because the Raven's Head is like saying, hey, there's something that you're ready for and you don't get an option. It's time to dive deep. So at the same token, it's like, it obviously will bring in a lot of expansion for you. It'll open you up. But it might be important here, Earth signs, to take baby steps on wherever you're heading into the deep end of. Like you don't want to drown. Um, so let's kind of see where this is going with the cards. All right. What do we need to know about the past? We have the Nine of Wands. So definitely effort, tired, fatigue. But we also have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, coming into the current energies. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Temperance card in the heart of your spread. Yes, this is time to bring in balance, to bring in patience, to take your time, Earth signs, which generally you're good at, unless you're an Earth sign like me, because I've got a lot of fire in my chart. So it's like impatient. It's like, no, I want to do it now. Um, what else do we need to know about? Okay, and then we have the Nine of Swords. Two nines so far. Okay, coming into the near future, we have the Two of Swords and the Sun in reverse. And then we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. Ooh, earth signs. Overall energy, Nine of Cups in reverse, Eight of Pentacles. Look, it's very clear, earth signs. There's something that you're diving deep into. Look, and you're putting everything you've got into it. It feels like you're gonna need to come up for some air. You're gonna need to take a break. You're gonna need to like add some fun into your life. You're gonna need to like maybe not just keep going and going and going and just like keep immersing yourself into whatever this is. Because like what it'll end up doing is it'll start almost like suffocating your dream, suffocating the thing that you actually really want to happen, right? It starts like choking it a little bit. Um, because I see like there's actually been some really good movement here, even though things are, it looks like you are exhausted, but there's been, new beginnings here. Possibly new beginnings in love or certain kinds of relationships, maybe new beginnings in like a dream of yours. And with the Six of Pentacles here, like you have been receiving, like there's been something that you've been blessed with, a gift or money or just offerings of some sort have been coming your way. For some of you, maybe even were able to strike some kind of balance. But in your current energies, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Nine of Swords. So you are definitely needing to maybe slow down a little, take some time, really do something the correct way. You want to definitely not cut corners on whatever it is that you're building. So there is this need for patience to maybe dial it back a little bit at the end of July, take some time, just don't rush through it. Even if you maybe keep spending time on it, don't get impatient, don't push, just like keep it steady and you'll be ready. With the Nine of Swords, though, there's something around a fear, though, with this. Like, I don't know if you're needing to push through something because you're afraid, like if you don't finish it on time, or there's some kind of motivation behind here that's like stressing you out, or I don't know what that is. But then we have the into the near future, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So look, I'm actually getting for you that this is just more of a delay. And it actually, I'm hearing the delay works out in your favor. So whatever it is, and you're going to be picking a new path. There's something about a new path. So you're working on something, and I think you need to just take it slow because I do think another path is opening up for you, and you may want to be taking that. And it's going to bring in a lot of optimism and a lot of success for you. Something that, like better recognition. But I am getting though that it comes in, it's a delayed, like it's coming in with a delay. And it's better that if it doesn't come in right away, or there's just something around like you needing to take your time. So let's see where this is all kind of going. All right, so Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So I don't know if there's like something that you really wanted. Yeah, okay. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So like there's something that I think you've really wanted, but there's also like, it's something maybe it's for some of you, it's tied to your work, it's tied to what you do, it's tied to like what you want to master. But it also feels like it's hindered or like there's some kind of, I don't know why I just keep seeing something like pushing it down when all it really wants to do is expand, right? With that Jupiter energy. But there's something that needs to be switched up here, something that needs to be altered or changed, and it's going to be to your benefit and the dream's benefit. With the Page of Swords here in reverse, and then the Wheel of Fortune, it's like the Page of Swords is always like having to research, having to do this, having to like get this idea or that, always like gathering information. It's very Gemini energy. Um, but through the process, like something is going to turn here and everything's going to work out more in towards your favor. So what's the Nine of Wands? Ooh, okay. The Tower in reverse. So it makes me wonder if you were caught off guard by something, something took you by surprise. You're like, oh no. Or could it have been something like, hey, you got some information here, you've been stressed out. And you're like, ooh, in order to avoid this tower, something has to shift or change. What else do we need to know around like but something got shaken, right? The ground from beneath you. Yeah, Queen of Wands here in reverse too. Maybe it really like hit your confidence levels. Not feeling confident about something. Maybe even like dash some hope that you had around a situation, or even dashed your own excitement levels, minimize them, tempered them. That's actually a specific word I'm being told to use, like something got tempered. Ace of Cups. What's the Ace of Cups? Okay, the Magician. Ooh, which just reminded me of something. Okay, it's something I have to do. Actually, let me just write it down so I don't forget. Okay, sorry guys. Um, okay, so the Ace of Cups is clarified by the Magician. Ooh, and oh, the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So even like though there's like this weird stuff that kind of shook you a little bit, it was immediately followed by like new hope. That's all I can like. That's I'm being very specifically guided to say new hope on that Ace of Cups, and it's something where you're going to be manifesting something where you feel like you don't have an option, but it's going to be like I don't know. It's going to be definitely a good outcome here with the Three of Cups, something that you are going to celebrate on. So maybe you already did celebrate, or you're just like you're being shown like this is giving you new hope. What's the Six of Pentacles in the past? Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So something that felt like it was kind of out of reach kind of came in, finally was delivered to you. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse. Hmm. Hmm. You know, I don't know if you're dealing with someone who's like also kind of going through like their own um hits on their own self-confidence, maybe not feeling at the top of their game. And like maybe for some of you, this person has been a little touchier, like a little easier to ignite. Um, like just outbursts. But it feels though like you were able to find balance though. Something got revealed here. So I don't know if this is like another layer that's being added in here. What, let me just see what this page of Pentacles is in the current energies. Okay. Big new opportunity, shiny, shiny new opportunity coming in your way in the last half of July here. Earth signs. We have the Eight of Cups and the Fool. You are going to be walking away from something. You're leaving behind something that is no longer really part of your repertoire, like it's not part of the deal anymore. Like it's not, it's not where your heart is, it's not where your soul wants you to be. And so you're ready to kind of follow your intuition and move elsewhere. Now, this means, though, you're heading into some territory where you're definitely going to have to learn some new things, but this is a brand new venture for you, a whole new adventure in many ways. And it's opening up new doors of possibility for you. So there is definitely the expansion here. I think you just need to go in slow. Okay, you don't want to overwhelm yourself here. What's the Temperance card? Yeah, okay. Ace of Cups. Oof. Some good news for my earth signs in the last half of July. Just be patient. Maybe something you've had to be patient over that's taken time is going to finally come forward in the end of July here or the last half. Seven of Swords in reverse, and it somehow has to do with an apology or someone just feeling bad about something. Um, it's something that got missed or like I don't know went down. Oh, that's not the right thing. I don't want to say that. Um, I don't know. It just feels like there's going to be an apology or someone's kind of coming back to make amends in some way, and it's opening up a new thing for you. This could be something about new opening up more relationships, a new relationship. Again, that does not mean it has to be romantic, but also this could be opening up new opportunities for your creative dreams, your hopes. Again, though, there's like you've had to be patient over this. It feels like something's building here for you, Earth Signs. What's the Nine of Swords? Yeah, the Hermit. Deep down, though, you've been struggling. Like you're going to be like having fears. So I don't know. It's sparking some kind of anxiety or stress within you that maybe you're not really showing people. Okay, we have the Justice card in reverse and the Six of Swords. So I don't know, there's some kind of legal thing that you're dealing with as well. Like this could also be like another, I feel like there's layers here. Like there's a lot of different layers going on. And so while like there's a new opportunity, you're also like having to kind of take your time trying to like move on from something that maybe had some kind of legal um something to do with a legal or documents or contracts of something where you're like, I need to do something new. I need to move on from the old one. I need to start a new one, renegotiate. But it's causing you stress, though. It is causing you stress. But it does feel like you've also got a lot of really good things, though, going on around you, too. So it feels like you're going to kind of get hit with both of them. What's the Two of Swords in reverse? The moon. Okay, you are taking a new path forward. You're coming to a fork in the roads in some way, and it's going to be revealed. You're going to know it's going to be very crystal clear to you and it's going to have a feeling you're taking a new path forward. There's something you're pivoting, you're shifting. And it does feel like again, there's that Page of Pentacles in reverse. So where was that Page of Pentacles? Why do I feel like we just Oh yeah, right here. So it feels like there's something here. It's tied to like something that you're like there's something new, something that you're laying down the groundworks for. You're kind of having to learn something, but like it's really that is coming into play somehow. That's opening up this new pathway for you, or at least the confidence. You're like, you know what? I know exactly what I need to do now. So again, like we have the Sun and the Six of Wands, even though they're both in reverse, it just feels like this is delayed. Like this is something you've actually been wanting for a while. Yeah, okay, we have the Emperor in reverse. Wonders to some degree if you've been trying to control it, over control it in some way. And the Death card. So in some ways, this might be the death of you of some kind of like the way you've been like presenting yourself to the world, because Emperor is very Aries energy. This could be also the way maybe you're leading your own business or your own team, or like, there's a new opportunity here. Like the old way there's something about the old way that's dying. Um, and the raven head, like, is just, it does bring in that death energy, but it's because it's death and rebirth. Like there's transformation happening, right? You're going through a process. What's this Six of Wands? Okay, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So yeah, like whatever you were stressing about, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out. Um, You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. You are definitely, there's something about a new contract coming in. I think you're going to be rewriting a contract, signing a new contract. It does feel like it's an upgrade. It does feel like it's going to benefit you. And it does feel like you're going around something in a bit of an unconventional way, something you weren't expecting. And it might be tied to your job. It might be tied to the way you work. Um, but finally, whatever that is, a lot of stress is going to be relieved from you. You're going to have success. And it's something that's been delayed. So you're finally going to start to see that. And that'll probably come through like more August-ish. Um, yeah, somewhere maybe in mid end of August, possibly. So keep that in mind, Earth signs. So that's my reading for you. Let me know if this was helpful. So I'm going to leave it there. Guys, don't forget if you want to come to the 3-day 180 retreat, I will have the link for tickets. Of course, just go to my website, NicoleFrolic.com, if you can't find the links. And tomorrow, I have a very interesting podcast. It's all about wounding that happens in the womb. So trying to heal things that actually started in the womb or that were passed down to you, but also like, can entities come in and renegotiate your contract with you in a way that you weren't prepared for or that you really wanted? So we're going to kind of get into all that tomorrow. It's going to be fun. So that's going to air at 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Guys, I love you. Have an amazing time. And I actually have to find out how I actually even get out of this. I think I have to end the stream here. So let me just see. Like, I'm just going to take a look here. Um, yeah. Oh, there.